Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Y Mega Evolved. Now, the last Pokemon we talked about was Mega Dragonite, and today we're going to be talking about Primal Dialga. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week we'll be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or I want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of the video, I will be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Primal Dialga. Now, I know it's been about a week or so since I've uploaded pretty much a Y Mega Evolved, nonetheless a video, just because I did make an update video stating that pretty much school was taking up a lot of my time and I really couldn't upload for like the next week or so. And now that pretty much all that stuff is done, I actually have time to record now. And I told you guys that we were going to be talking about Primal, Dialga, and Palkia, and Mega Giratina. So those are going to be the next three Pokemon we're going to be talking about. But I wanted to start off with Dialga, considering it kind of makes sense because Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, so Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. So it pretty much just makes sense. So like I said, we are first going to be talking about Primal Dialga. Now, a lot of people do speculate that when we do get a Sinnoh remake, which is most likely going to be the next remake that's going to be happening next, unless we get like a Kanto remake, we're most likely going to be getting like Primal Dialga, Primal Palkia, and like a Mega Giratina, because just like Groudon and Kyogre, they have Red Orb and Blue Orb, which pretty much you have to equip or give them the item, and then they just Primal Evolve just right there and then. But now, Dialga and Palkia have like their own separate item as well. I can't remember what their items are called, but pretty much that the item that you give Giratina or Dialga is like a diamond sort of thing, which pretty much boosts steel moves and dragon type moves, and pretty much because Dialga is a steel dragon type Pokemon, that's the item for it, and so on and so forth for Palkia. But anyways, instead of actually making that an item, because like nobody or let me rephrase that, nobody like uses those items on Dialga or Palkia. They usually put like Choice Scarf, Assault Vest, Leftovers, something like that. Like they don't really use those orbs anymore, or pretty much, well, yeah, pretty much like no one uses those orbs anymore. So what Game Freak can do is turn them into like actual like Primal Evolution Stones, instead of making them like a hold item that you can like boost like Dragon type moves and Steel type moves. So that's what I think that's gonna happen if we do get like a Primal Dialga and Palkia. So that's what I do expect if we do end up getting those primals. But anyways, I do have to apologize for the picture as well that I'm using. The picture I'm using for Primal Dialga is pretty much the only one that I found that actually looked good, because the one I'm using from Primal Palkia is way better, and I can actually see that becoming like a primal form for Dialga. So I'm sorry if the picture I'm using doesn't meet like your expectations, but nonetheless, as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything because everything did need to get increased. Now, for its physical attack, I increased it from base 120 to base 145. Pretty much it's a legendary Pokemon, so if a legendary Pokemon like Rayquaza obviously has a Mega, everything's going to get increased, and I believe, doesn't its speed get increased? I'm not sure, I think its speed stays the same, but nonetheless, at base 145 physical attack, you can run that choice of a physical attacker if you want to go that route with like Iron Head, Dragon Claw. I believe it gets Outrage, Earthquake, and stuff like that. So if you want to go with the physical variant for a Mega or a Primal Dialga, then you can. Now for its special attack, I increased it from base 150 to base 175. Now I was thinking at the time making it a base 180, but I think base 175 is a little bit better than just making it a base 180, just so then, because like Mega Rayquaza and I believe the Groudon and Kyogre's primals are at base like 180 for like depending on which one it is. Like Groudon's like base 180 physical attack, and Kyogre's like at base 180 special attack. But I decided to go with like base 175, just 5 points off, because I don't like it, even though it is a primal. I mean, at base 175, this thing is just going to be hitting hard like a truck. So I believe Dialga does get access to Calm Mind as well, so you can run like a Calm Mind set variant or a Nasty Plot variant if it does get access to Nasty Plot. I don't know, I really never used a any legends before, unless it's like for a tournament or for like a fun battle with like a couple friends and stuff like that. But nonetheless, a base 175 special attack, it's just going to be hitting hard like a truck. Now for its physical defense, I increased it from base 120 to base 130. I didn't want to give it too much of a physical or too much of an increase into its physical defense, just because it's already physically defensive as well at base 120. I mean, you can pretty much just run max HP, max physical defense, and you're pretty much set to go. So with just a 10-point boost into its physical defense will make it a little bit more bulkier than it already is. Same thing for its special defense. Well, not really the same thing, because at base 100 for its special defense, it needs to be a little bit higher, so I increased it from base 100 to base 120. That way this thing just doesn't get bopped by like an earth power from like a Nidoking, for an example. So that's just so then you won't get really bopped by like an earth power or something like that, or just a special move in general, because I believe Dialga is weak to fire. It's 2 times weak, I believe, or is it neutral? I'm going towards like the neutral side. I'm not 100% sure on that, because like I said, I really never used a Dialga before, and I just looked up its stats, and that was pretty much it. But nonetheless, base 120 special defense, it's going to be able to take a lot of hits. Now for its speed, I increased it from base 90 to base 110. Like I said, like mostly no one's going to use those orbs that Dialga and Palkia do get, like in the original like Diamond and Pearl and Platinum games. So like a lot of people use like Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, like Choice Band, Assault Vest, whatever the case may be. But I want to make it to base 110 speed. That way you don't have to run like a Choice Scarf or anything on Dialga anymore, because I've seen a couple people run like a Choice Scarf variant Dialga. So base 110 speed is going to be very, very good for a Primal Dialga. Now for its base stats, is it going to be at 680 before Primal evolving? Is that the right term? It's going to be at 780. Now for its ability, I actually am giving like Dialga and Palkia like a new ability that kind of corresponds like with what they are, like how Dialga is like the ruler of time and like Palkia is the ruler of space. So what Prime Split does as its new ability is pretty much that it makes all moves 50% accuracy. Even if you have a move or an item that increases your accuracy, it's still going to be 50% accuracy with Time Split, because Dialga is the ruler of time, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken, but nonetheless, I was just thinking that Dialga can like freeze time and like go like, how do I put this? If you ever seen Axel World, how they went to like the accelerated world, how they like freeze time for like, it'd be like you could freeze time for a minute and it could be like a full year in like that world. That's what I'm trying to say. Is just that when someone tries to attack Primal Dialga, he can freeze time, move to where you think like the hit's gonna go, and then it can miss. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you understand what I'm saying, then good for you, because I can't really explain it as well, other than it just makes all moves, your opponent's moves, I should say, a 50% accuracy, no matter if you're holding an item or a move that increases your accuracy. It's still going to be 50% accuracy. So that's what its new ability does. Now for its typing, I just left it alone as Steel Dragon. Now I do know that Dialga's primary type is Steel. I just mixed them up on accident, because like I'm not lying at all, I thought Dialga's like primary type was Dragon, but it's actually Steel Dragon. So I do apologize on that mix up. I didn't want to like pretty much remake it. So yeah, so anyways, there is Primal Dialga. I told you guys I was going to be doing these 3 legendaries. Ooh, sorry about that. And I really haven't recorded for about a week and a half or so, just because of school, and I'm starting to get like another sore throat, which is going away right now. But I wanted to get this video out. Now this video is going to be going up on Thursday, obviously, since it is out already, and I'm going to be uploading another one on Friday, and then Giratina is going to be on Tuesday. So Dialga on Thursday, Palkia on Friday, and then Giratina on Tuesday. So stay tuned for those. But nonetheless, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about Primal Palkia. Now if I do say like Mega, I mean Primal, because I never talked about a Primal Evolution Pokemon before, so I do apologize if I get those mixed up. But like I said, this is White Boy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.